One of the things that's really key about starting to develop a good jazz guitar comping vocabulary is to start to be able to bring in some rootless chord voicings. So that's what we're going to focus on here and for a number of lessons. So I want to begin with a basic 2-5 progression. So when we're talking about a 2-5 progression, we're talking about a chord built off of the 2nd degree in a major scale and off of the 5th degree. So in the key of C major, our chord built off of the 2nd degree would be a D minor 7 chord. The chord built off of the 5th degree is G7. Now, when playing in a jazz setting, oftentimes on a chord chart you might see D minor 7, G7 written. That doesn't mean that we just are limited to playing a D minor 7 chord and a G7 chord. It really means that we can take from a number of chords that are part of that vocabulary. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to start with a D minor 9 chord like this. There's no root in here. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my first finger, barring it across the 10th fret from the D string. I'm playing C, F, A, and E with my 3rd finger on the high E string. So we're going to start with the basic rhythm that we had for the inverted Charleston rhythm, which comes in on the and of beat 1, 1 and 2, 3, 4. Then for the 5 chord, the G7 chord, which was here, I'm going to turn into a G13 chord first, which is going to be like this. G13 and G7 are part of the dominant chord family, so I can interchange those chords when I get ready to comp. So I'm playing G13, which is going to be B, F, A, and then my 4th finger up here on the 12th fret playing E. And that's going to be with the basic Charleston rhythm. 1, 2, and then on the and of beat 2, I'm going to lift my 4th finger and play a G9 chord. B, F, A, and D. In all of these voicings, I've removed the root, which is fine because that's really sonically going to be covered by what the bass player is playing. So let's take a listen to this progression and let me try it with the backing track. So you can hear how this works. You can hear that minor 9 and going from the G13 to the G9, and you hear I have this sort of riff that's based on the top of the chord coming out nice and strong. So practice playing this. You might want to take it to other areas of the neck and practice moving it around, because that's what we're going to do in the next lesson. We're going to take this same progression and apply it to a song and a progression that's very similar to one of my favorite guitarists, Wes Montgomery. So practice this here, and when you're ready, come join me in the next lesson.